Most people lose the ball not because their dribbling is bad, but because their decision making around dribbling is completely wrong. FC26 doesn't reward random left stick movement. It rewards smart, controlled touches that force the defender to move first. When you look at your own gameplay, most of your dribbles are either straight lines or full 90-degree turns. Both are predictable. Good defenders read that instantly. The game punishes wide turns and heavy touches, so you need to focus on small, tight movements instead of long touches. If you pay attention to these clips, you will notice something. Every movement is controlled. There is no rushing. I'm letting the defender overreact, then I take the open lane. Good dribbling is basically a rhythm. Pause, touch, pause, touch. Keep changing your pace. You're constantly checking the defender's feet before you accelerate. One of the things no one talks about is momentum. If you're constantly sprinting, you know what happens. Your momentum gets broken. Why does it get broken? Because of your animations. It gives the defender a chance to tackle you. But the moment you release sprint, the player becomes lighter, sharper, and quicker. And that is when real dribbling starts to work. I have seen so many players who still come to me for coaching. I have coached over 500 players. They still have the same problem. What is the problem? They hold R2 for far too long, both in defense and attack. Talking about coaching, guys, I have started my own school community, costs less than the price of a lunch meal. The link's in the description. You will not regret checking it out. Now, listen to me. Timing is everything. Dribbling isn't about how fast you move, it's about when you move. If the defender is standing, you don't dribble into them. If they are shifting left, you cut right. If they commit early, you go past them. Every successful dribble comes from reacting to their movement, not forcing yours. If you force your movement, you're playing exactly into their hands. So now that you have seen good dribbling in action, I'm going to take you into the practice arena and break down the exact touches you need to master, sharp turns, controlled angles, when to use R1 to manipulate your momentum, when to use L1 R1 dribbling. Once you learn these basics, dribbling becomes one of the easiest ways to beat defenders. You need to learn every left stick dribbling trick. It is the basis for improving your attack. This is why you will see pros use more left stick as compared to skills they see here. This is one of the left stick dribbling tricks, basic left stick dribbling trick that everyone needs to master regardless of your level, where you gently move the left stick in circles. Then we have this aggressive cutting left stick technique where you can hear the clicking sound of your left stick. This is how most of you dribble. Both of these animations serve a different purpose. Both of these have a use in the game. Now, next up, obviously, I will teach you R1, L1, R1 dribbling, a lot of other dribbling techniques as well. First, you need to build the base, okay? Come in the practice arena and move the left stick gently in circles like this with me, because unless you're able to do this, you won't be able to move on to the next level, okay? This is the beginner level. And then chop it left, right, so you can hear the clicking sound of the left stick. So you get used to these motions, okay? Now that we have gotten used to these motions, we want to learn a couple of dribbling techniques. On the wings, a good technique is the in and out technique, right? So where you point your left stick up. Because see guys, in this game, you need to understand recycling is overpowered. That means passing the ball back to your midfield, right? So whenever you're playing someone half decent with a brain, you do this, they expect you to pass the ball behind. But you come inside with R1 and then boom, you can accelerate using your R1 RB button. So go up, left stick down into R1, up into R1, up into R1, up R1, up R1, right? This is one dribbling technique that you can use. These are practical examples. And then we have the full circle turn. This is where you move 360 like this. So basically you turn up and then you come back inside. This is again very confusing for the opponent because he expects you to pass the ball back when you go like this and then immediately you turn back inside. So come in the practice arena with me and practice this motion. Okay, like this. Inside, 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 circular motions. This is just without using any button, not R1, not L1. This is simple left stick dribbling. Okay, the next up we have the chop technique where you move your left stick like this. Again, this is very good if you want to confuse your opponent actively and bait him into coming close. Go up, down, up, down, up, down. The moment opponent comes close, that is when you move in the opposite direction with the R1 button. Now, why with the R1 button? Because it gives you a little speed boost. That is what we want. And then with your left stick dribbling, obviously we have dead turns. This is a dead turn, dead turn, dead turn. That means, see, I'm going straight, immediately point the left stick up, back down, up, back down, up, back down. You can easily combine it with dead stops. If you don't touch any button, just hold L2 plus R2, your player will come to a standstill. Immediately you can change directions, right? The moment the opponent comes close, you can change directions, and you have seen me use these techniques in the clips as well. Now R1 RB, this is very important. R1 RB, I've touched on it and I'll touch on it again. Like, see guys, this is how you want to R1 dribble. Zigzag R1 dribble, zigzag R1 dribble, zigzag R1 dribble, right? Zigzag R1 dribble. And with R1 you want to walk most of the times. Like in this game, R1 is better than sprinting. Whenever you have some space, hold R1, go in that space. Opponent comes close, boom, zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. You can also use R1 to bait the opponent. Hold R1, the moment opponent comes close, let go of R1 and turn in the other direction using your left stick. I use this a lot. It's very practical. It's very easy. R1, opponent comes close, let go of R1, boom, turn like this. Simple as that. Never spam R1 dribbling straight, because if you do it, you are an easy target for the opponent. This is why I say, see, spam, he comes close, boom, turn away, let go of R1. Because when you're holding R1, you're not having a ball contact. When you let go of R1, you have more consistent ball contacts. With that being said, we will learn now the most overpowered dribbling technique in this game, the L1 strafe dribbling into control sprint technique. Move aggressively on the left stick, and while doing so, tap L1. Don't turn back like I am turning. You want to go straight, L1, 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 L1. It's really good. Once you have gotten used to this motion, right, L1, L1, tap, L1, tap, tap, L1, L1. Once you have completed this drill, you want to exit in the opposite direction using R1. L1 down, R1 up. L1 down, R1 up. Because this will allow us to bait the opponent into one direction, then we'll have the space on the other direction where we will use R1 to accelerate. Pro players use this a lot. Cactia uses it a lot. Tex uses it a lot, right? L1, 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 boom, one direction, in the other direction, explode. L1, 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 boom, L1, boom, like this. This is how you want to dribble. These dribbling techniques are absolutely insane. Now, if you combine all these left stick dribbling techniques, you don't need to learn any other skill on this game. These left stick dribbling techniques alone will take you to Elite Division and beyond. Master them, you won't regret.